Good afternoon, everyone. I hope that everyone can hear me. Welcome to another showing of Looped In with Maritza. My name is Maritza Gertie. I am a parent, a grandparent, a wife, a mother, a sister, an aunt and cousin, a friend, and I hope that your week so far has been an enjoyable one. As you all know, I am part of the National Parents Union. I am currently the Northeast Regional Organizer for the National Parents Union, as well as former Pennsylvania delegate for the National Parents Union. And for those that haven't had the opportunity to see this platform that I'm on, I talk about what's important with regards to education, with regards to our children, with regards to our backgrounds, our similarities, our differences, and everything in between. I welcome all of you to share, like, comment, ask a question during this broadcast, and I'll do my very best to answer your question for you. For anyone that is interested in getting information on what is the National Parents Union about, the website is right here on the bottom of the screen. Going by www.nationalparentsunion.org. On there, you will see numerous tabs with information, with ways of getting connected to us, with resources that we provide, and with information on how to become a member of the National Parents Union. You can be an individual member, or you can be a organizational member of the National Parents Union. Being a part of this organization will give you the feeling that you are not alone in your fight, your struggle, your right to demand quality education for your children and the children in your community. And that is what we're all about. If there's information that you need, that you'd like to find out about, there's an email address, info@npunion.org. Please feel free to send an email to that address, and someone will get back to you as soon as possible to be able to answer any and all questions you may have. Families, many of us are dealing with right now what many are considering a crisis. The crisis of whether or not our children are safe, whether or not they should be going into school buildings that we have no idea as to whether or not they're being cleaned, they're being disinfected, whether or not there's enough PPE to go around for the adults and children in school buildings. Please wear your masks. If you don't feel that the areas that you're in, the circles that you are traveling through, if you don't know everyone's status, please wear a mask. I can tell you personally that I spent this past holiday break still trying to get over. I got COVID. It is something that surprised me, surprised my family, because we all wear masks. We all have been vaccinated. But I can say that thanks to being vaccinated, I strongly feel that it prevented anything from getting worse for me, and for my eldest daughter. We both spent the break getting over it. I believe that what we got was the Omicron variant because of the difference in symptoms. We were both symptomatic. It happened very quickly, but oddly enough, the rest of my household was negative. There's 6 of us in here, and only 2 of us had symptoms. I retested. We all retested. The children came up negative. Thank goodness, all the children in the house came up negative, and so did I, and so did my husband. So please, if you have yet to be vaccinated, please think about it. We all know of someone that ended up being hospitalized. We all know of people that unfortunately passed away. as a result of not being vaccinated. We all know, many of us, that even though we were vaccinated, we did end up getting COVID. But fortunately, because of this vaccination, we were able to pull through, um, deal with it, and hopefully are getting better from it. But because of what's going on across the country, across the city of Philadelphia in which I reside, there are currently over 90 schools in the city of Philadelphia that are closed. Each day, parents are being notified by phone, by email, by text message. Decisions are being made according to the percentage of positive cases in each school building. And those case by case, school by school decisions are all dependent on whether or not there are positive cases. Some people feel that some schools should absolutely be closed because of what's going on. Others are on the other side of it saying that no schools should be closed. My personal opinion is that we can go back. I would love for all the children to go back as long as it is safe. As long as there is a workable, equitable plan that allows for everyone to go back into these buildings safely. No parent wants their child to be sick, but they also don't want their child to be exposed if it can be prevented. Classroom overcrowdedness. It's scary to think that there is no social distancing going on when there are over 25 to 30 children in one classroom. And our children, regardless of the age, regardless if they're little ones, regardless if they're high schoolers, middle schoolers, they want to be around each other. They want to show affection to each other. They want to embrace each other. They want to embrace their teachers. And it's impossible to keep them separated if they don't have the space to do so. I will say that I did hear and I saw that there are actually some schools that are having their high school students gather in the auditorium. No instruction going on, but they have all the children in the auditorium. So why not close that school? If no instruction is going on, let them be home and be safe, instead of putting them now all in to what would be, for lack of a better term, put into a huge bowl, a petri dish, being around other people instead of being home. No, being virtual all day long is not fun. It's frustrating, it's aggravating. And for those families, those working families, those families that do not have enough resources to be able to have an adult there while they go to work, I feel for you. I really do. To those families that have teenagers that are now being parentified because they have to stay home with their younger siblings to help them because their parents have to go to work. I empathize with that as well. But I also want people to be safe. We all want people to be safe. So what better way to be as safe as possible is if everyone is given the opportunity to get tested, to get their results, get a negative result, and then come back together. Teachers, they're not lazy, but they also have families to go to. They also have people in their lives that they have to take care of. They don't want to bring a sickness home either to their family. So a better plan has to be in place. All these millions of dollars, $122 million over that has been dispersed. Where is the money? Where is the money? That's the thing we need to find out. Where is this money going? And it is called transparency. Because of this lack of transparency, the National Parents Union has had a campaign in effect, and it is called the EPIC campaign. It is where we are demanding that parents, educators, everyone make demands of their state, of their local, of their state school boards, of their local school boards to find out where is this money? How is it being spent? Why are there not more tests being provided? Why are there not better cleaning and disinfecting processes in place for these school buildings that they know have issues of overcrowding? Why haven't more money's been put aside to be able to hire more teachers and have them come in a safe manner into these buildings so they can teach our children in person? Why haven't these things occurred? It really is something that you have a right to ask about, to wonder about. So if you want to be part of that campaign, here's the website. I put it in the comments. It's at epic.nationalparentsunion.org. Go into the link. Look at all the questions, every question that you may have of your school district, of your school board president, of your local school board. It's all been laid out. If you want to be part of the campaign, it points you to the direction of where to sign up. But something has to change. I mean, vent on social media, vent to local media, to the TV stations, vent to the radio programs. But where it's going to matter most is when you go to these school board meetings. They should not be empty seats in there. There should not be an empty slot of availability if they happen to do virtual school board meetings. They should be filled to the rafters with people demanding better education, demanding more resources. Right now in the state of Pennsylvania, there are people suing the state of Pennsylvania, suing the governor, suing the Board of Education of the state of Pennsylvania, because they know that the per student dollar amount in our state is not going to ensure that our children are equitably educated. The superintendent for the school district of Philadelphia was testifying yesterday. He's going to testify again tomorrow. And he is answering all the questions when it comes to whether or not he feels that the children of the city of Philadelphia are getting their just due with regards to the monies that they should be receiving for education. We rank 45th. We can drive outside of Philadelphia 20 minutes into another county, and they get more money per child. We are the poorest, one of the poorest, largest cities in this country. And there have been too many generations of children not being properly educated. Unless you live in an affluent community, unless you come from an affluent family and have the funds and resources to pay for private education, are able to pay for extra tutoring, are able to pay for extra support. Children should not have to go through that. Education should be free to all. Quality education should come to all. And there shouldn't be parents wondering why their child or their children cannot read, cannot write, cannot do basic math. There should not be low proficiency. They should be able to graduate from high school and at least be able to get a job, fill out a job application. And I call this generational educational genocide. It's like it's being done on purpose. If we don't live in a certain area, or we don't look a certain way, or speak a certain way, it's as if we don't deserve a quality education. Me being first generation Dominican American, not knowing English. My family, my father said, you will learn English in school. He trusted the educational system enough that He said they will learn English in school. And that's where I learned English, in school. As a 5-year-old in Brooklyn. Mr. Katz was my teacher. He helped me learn English. And I'm grateful for that. But no parent should have to suffer and decide, I have to make more money, I have to kill myself in order to send my child to a private school because I feel that's where they get a better education. Public education should be top par. People come from other countries to be here because they think that the United States offers the best of the best. But why are we failing our children? Why are our children failing? Why are so many of them not succeeding? Why are so many of them being lost to the streets? Because they don't feel like they don't get what they need at school that would allow them to help them make better decisions in life, to keep them from the wrong path. And that is due to a failing educational system. And I'm not knocking parents, because no parent is perfect. But school should be a place that challenges a child, that encourages them to do more, to do better, that gives them the food of knowledge, that would then be a further layer of information. It starts at home when they're small, when they're born. When our babies are little, from the time they're born until they're 3, we're the ones that are feeding them their knowledge and their information. Those that are able to go to preschool, that's an additional layer of knowledge and information. Then kindergarten, knowledge and information. But if at kindergarten, they're not getting the help because the resources are not there, because the technology is not there to help them in this age of technology. We shouldn't even need to depend on so much technology. Join the EPIC campaign. If you feel that you can't speak, if you're that person that says, you know what, I'm not a public speaker, that's not my thing, you can still be part of an organization like National Parents Union. You can still be part of the EPIC campaign. You can still be a voice. You can still write a letter. You can still make a phone call. You can still send a text. We have to be purposeful in making sure that those people that have the power to make decisions are doing their jobs, because so many of them are not. If you just can't pick up a phone and speak to your local legislator or send them a text or an email and they respond to you in a timely manner, don't vote for them next go around. Vote them out. If you feel you have what it takes to run for office, run for office. Because the people that know you and respect you will support you. Just do it. It can happen and it can be done. I'm going to go over a few more things that are going on here in the state of Pennsylvania. In a few weeks, we're going to be celebrating National School Choice Week. In the state of Pennsylvania, there's going to be a virtual rally. Pennsylvania Ed Choice will be having a virtual rally on Tuesday, January 25th at 10 a.m., celebrating education choice. And here's the information. I will also add in the chat the link for anyone that wants to register. I think it'll be worthwhile. It'll be virtual, so you don't have to worry about being around anyone and worrying about anything. I did have a guest scheduled. I don't know what's going on, and I want to apologize for that. I'm hoping that it's not due to any difficulties. I just got a message from her. She is still teaching. She is a teacher. She is still teaching. If she's watching this now, it's okay. I will definitely bring you back. I'll make sure you come back, because we're going to talk about, she and I are going to talk about the science of reading, how important it is for people to understand why reading is so very important. We're going to talk about the Boone Scholarship. She and I are going to talk about not only the science of reading, but we're also going to be discussing dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculia. And some of these terms I've never heard before. Aside from dyslexia, I never heard about it. So I know that when she is able to come on, she's going to be offering so much information to so many people that we may not have known about. And I please forgive me. Happy New Year to everybody. For anyone, from me, Happy New Year. If I haven't spoken to you, if I haven't texted you, if I haven't called you. Yeah, COVID kicked my butt, so I wasn't able to do a lot of things that I really wanted to do during my time off. But I hope that so far everyone has had a good year. I'm so sorry, everybody. My phone just something happened here, but I hope I can still see everybody. Um, we're going to talk about things like functional illiteracy. It will happen. We will absolutely have that discussion at a later date. I am going to cover a few more things, and I won't keep you long. And I do appreciate those of you that have taken the time to come on, to grace me with your presence, with your comments. I do want to say hello to a few people. Hello, Joy. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Sharon. Thank you so much to all of you that have graced me with your presence while I do this program. My every intention is to always bring information to you that can be shared. And my hope is that it creates a ripple effect. My hope is that whatever information you get from me, you then talk to other families, other parents, other people that care about quality education for children, and that then sparks more conversation because it is needed. But like I said, go to your school districts, go on their websites, find out when those meetings are going to take place. Be a part of it. Be part of the discussion if you can. If you do not speak, if your grasp of the English language is not too good, ask for translation services. Request that. If they get it in advance, they'll get it to you. Yes? I'm sorry. My son is here. He's online doing an online thing, and he's like he wants to get off. Do you want to say hello real quick? Yes. Okay. This is my son Terrell. Say hi, Terrell.
Hi.
Just yes, you can go tell them bye-bye. Hey, this is a live show. I'm a parent. It's gonna happen. My guest is letting me know, she had to teach. She's sorry. I'm letting her know, hey, I still have time. If she still wants to get on, she can get on. I'm finding out now from her. She's gonna see if she can get on with her phone, because I'm telling you, this information for me is exciting. It's informative. And speaking as a parent that with some children under her care that in the past have had some difficulties with reading, I can say that getting the help that is available from your schools is paramount. You have a right to request that your children be evaluated and get tested to make sure, so that you can know how to better help them and do things for them. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you cannot get services for your children regarding whatever issue it is. But once they get the help, you will see that they thrive, that they get excited, that they enjoy learning, that they enjoy participating. Our children are smart. Our children are brilliant. And no matter what stumbling blocks they may have in their educational process, if they get the help that they need, they will be successful. Sometimes it just takes a little bit extra, just a little bit extra, to then allow for them to be able to succeed and do well in school and do well in life. They just need a little help and support. I'm going to see if Sherry's able to come on. If not, this will be a short show for today. And believe it or not, I have some people that I am lining up to come on and talk to me and talk to all of you that you're going to be blown away about. Exciting people that have really stood out in their communities, in their circles. Powerful people that are able to gather other people that are very talented, people that just by them speaking, people gravitate towards them. And I'm looking forward to, in the next few weeks, bring all these folks on one by one, so that you can then see what I had the opportunity to see, how great and amazing they are. Because believe it or not, everyone has a talent. Everyone has something to offer to someone else. Everyone. So if you're the kind of person that you might feel, I don't really have anything that I'm good at, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised at how many people follow you, look at you, admire you, want to emulate you, want to be like you. You'd be surprised at how many people are around, and they just watch. They're just watchers. They just observe and see. And I've always said this: if there's a person, hey Kev, if there is a person around you that you notice is kind of quiet, it's because they're observing. They're looking at what's going on. And if there is ever anything that another person can take from you and continue it, believe it or not, you taught them something. Believe it or not, they saw something in you. They saw a jewel, they saw a gem, and they took that and they've incorporated that. They've inserted that into the way they are, the way they speak, the way they handle a situation, the way they come across to others. You are all teachers in your own right without even knowing it. If you're a parent, you're a teacher. If you're a grandparent, you are a teacher. If you're a caregiver, you are a teacher. And then those that took that gift and decided that, you know what, I want to continue to teach as a career, I salute you as well as everyone else. But I give you even more respect because you've taken the time to be able, on a daily basis, on a yearly basis, as a career, help mold young minds in the hopes that one day they could say, I remember that teacher. I remember that person. Ooh, don't mind me. I get like that sometimes. But be safe. Be safe. I don't want anyone else around me to get sick. I really don't. So do what you need to do. Get tested. If you want to get vaccinated, do it. If you do not want to get vaccinated, wear your damn mask to keep others safe. Keep our children safe. Keep our grandparents safe. Keep our parents safe. I haven't even seen my mom in over 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because I don't want to get her sick. So Sharon's not coming on, but I want to thank all of you. Oh my goodness. Woo! I want to thank all of you for allowing me the time to express everyone's concerns, because we're all in the same fight. We're all in the same struggle. We're all wondering what's going to come next. But we also have to be in the fight. We can't sit back and keep on allowing other people to make decisions on the lives and minds of our children. You need to stand up. You need to get up. You need to make your voice heard. And if you're too afraid to do it, let somebody else do it. Oh, Lilo, stop. Please. I'm sorry. That's my dog. Woo! Sorry about that. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm going to have to shut it down. Thank you.